Oh my gosh. Amazon publishing, Kindle publishing has completely changed. This is a whole new game in 2019. Things have changed drastically. It is unbelievable. Yeah, it has changed. Let's talk about this in this video. Has really Amazon Kindle publishing, has it really changed that much? Has it really changed? Let's talk about that. Let's get started. Howdy there. This is Jordan Lexo, and if you still haven't liked this video, you should go right below, click on that thumbs up. It's always useful. It always helps my videos better rank inside of YouTube so more people can find this awesome content. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you still haven't done it, so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you plenty of tips related to Kindle publishing and several ways for you to make money online. Anyway, today let's talk about what has changed in Kindle publishing. Anyway, if you still haven't got my free book, I'm not sure why you haven't done that. You should do it. Get my 7-step formula how to publish your first 300 to 800 book in Kindle Amazon. Go right below, click on that link that you can see, go to this page, put your email address, and there you go. You get this free book directly sent to your email address. Of course, I'm also going to promote some products to you, products that I like, that are relevant to Kindle publishing, and that may help you do even more money with Kindle publishing. But let's get to the big, huge, freaking question. Has Kindle publishing really changed that much? Because this is something that every single year, every single month actually, it seems that there's always someone out there claiming that, oh my gosh, Kindle publishing has changed so much. It isn't recognizable. It's not the same game. You need to learn all new cool stuff. And when it comes to this is my opinion over here. This is exactly my opinion. I think it's shit. I really do think it's shit. I mean, every single year, every single month, in fact, there's always someone claiming that Kindle publishing has changed drastically. It's a whole new game, or there's always someone claiming that Amazon Kindle publishing is dead. They are going to leave it, and you wonder why they actually say that, because of course they want you, others like you, to not compete with them. So you leave Kindle publishing, you stop doing it, and they can actually do more money that way. But let's talk about how much has Kindle publishing really changed over the years. And I don't feel that Kindle publishing has changed much since I've started. I started back in 2016. Of course, back in 2016, I didn't know what the heck I was doing with Kindle publishing. I actually even didn't got a course. I didn't know anything. I just started publishing some books related to dating, because that was the thing that I knew back then. Not that well, but you know, I just don't like dating nowadays, but or that niche in specific. But that were the first books that I started publishing inside of Amazon. And then back in 2017, I took a course related to Kindle publishing. It got better, but I really never focused much on Kindle publishing until this past few months, and things have really skyrocketed when it comes to my business. But so this has been like 2 years or something like that for me when it comes to Kindle publishing, and I don't feel, or I don't consider, it's not even feeling, because feeling is related to emotions. I don't want to relate this to emotions. I don't consider, I don't see any huge changes when it comes to Amazon since I've started. Of course, there are a few things that have changed indeed, but there are slightly small little changes that don't have this huge impact where everything has changed and it's a completely new ball game. Every single year, every single month, people continuously say that Amazon has changed because they want to make Kindle publishing a more complex thing than it really is. Self-publishing is not a complex business. Actually, once you crack the code, and at least for me, cracking the code happened, or once I really realized what I had to do with Kindle publishing was once I got to $1,000 with my Kindle publishing, I realized what I had to do, and just in a few months, I basically quadruple, or I'm doing 4 times more money than I was back in the days, and not much has changed when it comes to Kindle publishing. People want to make this sound a more complex business than it really is. Kindle publishing is not a complex business. It is a business that basically you have a formula, and if you follow that formula and you stop overthinking, because this is one of the major problems that I see with a lot of people. They overanalyze everything, from the font that they use on their books and all of those little aspects that aren't that relevant. And it's just wasting you time from doing what you need to do, which is searching for profitable keywords and publishing new books. That is your main job as a publisher. Nothing has drastically changed over the process of this past few years, probably since 2016. Nothing has drastically changed. There are a few things that have changed, which I'm going to talk about. So let's talk about the things that have changed when it comes to Kindle publishing. The first one is I use Amazon advertisement. It is not something that I consider that you need to obligate yourself to use, but I don't see any kind of reason for you to not use Amazon advertisement. This was something that people didn't talk about a few years ago. Back in 2016, people didn't talk about Amazon advertisement, or even 2017 and so on, and it has become this huge thing where Amazon advertisement, everyone nowadays is talking about that, and it's really something that helps you a lot when it comes to promoting your books and making more money with your Kindle publishing business. Now, do you need to use it? Perhaps not. Okay, perhaps not. You could rely just from the organic traffic that you get to your books and make sales that way, but you will lose quite a lot of money. So as I already said, there's really no reason for you to not use Amazon advertisement. That has probably been the small change when it comes to Kindle publishing from 2016 or 2017 or whatever to now to 2019. The other thing is perhaps there's more competition. That is something that also is more relevant nowadays. There's more competition. So what has happened is you need to have more quality books compared to back a few years ago. What is quality books? Is basically providing what your customers are looking inside of Amazon. You don't want to provide another book similar to your competitors. For example, you don't want to publish the 1000 and so on book related to yoga for beginners with exactly the same shitty content as other books have already been published inside of Amazon. So this is something that you need to pay more attention nowadays. You need to provide, and you need to see what your customers want, and you need to make books more specific to what your customers want and are looking inside of Amazon. You need to pay more attention to the titles of your books, to the content of your books, as I already spoke about, to the description of your books, to the covers of your books. There are a few things that you just can't get away nowadays, and you could get away back a few years ago, and that has a lot to do with competition. There's more competition, and if you want to overcome your competition, you need to do a better work than them. So you can basically people can basically see your books. Your customers can notice your books more compared to your competition. this is something that has always happened, but nowadays it is something that you need to pay more attention, of course. Now that is basically the things that have changed. And the other thing is, and I already spoke about this in several videos, but I wanted to make a video just talking clearly about this, more specific to this content, because these are things that I've been talking over and over again in all of my videos. But I wanted to make this video specifically talking about this because I know there's always publishers out there claiming that, oh my gosh, everything has changed and so on, and I don't see that. Amazon algorithm basically works the same way as it always did in the past. There are a few things that probably has changed. It's basically the same shit. I mean, I still got a virtual assistant getting reviews for me, helping to rank my books inside of Amazon. I did that in the past. I do it now. Not much has changed when it comes to that. Probably the ways that they get reviews might have changed, but that is with theirs or whatever virtual assistant that is with them. It's not exactly anything to do with you. The other thing is Amazon in probably twice or 3 times per year, they just like to do this huge parade where they just go around deleting everyone's reviews. That is something that didn't happen in the past. That is something that you should expect nowadays. So if you have books published, and don't think those reviews will stick around forever. There's this huge phase where they simply go around and they delete a huge amount of reviews. And basically they do this for anyone. It doesn't matter if your reviews are legit, if they're fake, whatever. They actually do this to everyone. Everyone gets the same measure. There's people who, authors who publish their books, they get organic reviews, and they too complain about the same thing happening to their reviews. When Amazon just has this, they wake up one day and they are having a bad day. They simply think, oh, I'm going to delete everyone's reviews. Everyone gets the same measure, okay? Of course, I'm not saying that people who have fake reviews get their reviews more deleted than others, but I mean, everyone gets the same measure. Now, people, you might be asking me, so if you already know that, it's still worth you publishing books? Of course it is. Of course it is, but you should expect that happening, because the money that you do until that happens is far more money than you wouldn't otherwise do if you didn't publish books. So it's always worth you doing it. Now, once that happens, you just wait the phase to pass, and if you want, you can get later on more reviews for the books that were doing pretty well in the past, and just get a few more reviews and whatever. Or yeah. The other thing is the pricings. The pricings have changed over the process of 2 years or whatever. The pricings have indeed changed. It is more costly for you to get reviews nowadays. Back in the days, you would pay someone like $1 per review. Nowadays, you need to pay at least $1.5. Probably you can get for a lower pricing, but you shouldn't expect someone who is good getting reviews, and this is really a huge deal when it comes to your books. You need to have someone who knows what the heck they are doing when it comes to getting your reviews, and for that I rather pay a bit more than a bit less and get someone who is decent doing this, because it really helps my books a lot. So nowadays you pay more for reviews, and I know that some people claim that they have an email listing to get reviews. I'm not sure if of course there are a few people that possibly have, but one thing is, once you are doing $6,000 or even $3,000 per month with Kindle publishing, if you decide to build an email listing, then go for it. Try it, see if it works for you. Now, another thing is, if you are starting out and you have few money to even invest in this business, and you are worrying about building an email listing, it is rather stupid, and you shouldn't worry about that. Just keep it simple. Just publish books, get a virtual assistant, swap reviews, get reviews to your books, start making money, and later on, if you decide to build an email listing, then go for it. So this is something that I also wanted to clarify, because this is a huge talk about, oh, building an email listing. Yeah, that probably the guy says that, but he's already doing a huge amount of money with his Kindle publishing business. And yeah, and until he got to those earnings, he probably did a lot of review swapping until he got there, or he or she. So AMS, the quality of your books needs to be better. Those are the few changes. The pricing has changed for reviews, and not only for reviews, also the pricing for your books, it is more expensive. At least if you are using eWriter solutions, they have bumped up the price quite a bit this year. Yes, they have. They feel like, okay, it's 2019. Let's get shit started, let's make more money, and they have bumped up the pricing from, I think it was $1.5 per each 100 words, and at the moment it is $1.7 per each 100 words. So it is quite a change, and it might seem small initially, but once you start calculating everything with thousands and thousands of words for each book, it is quite a difference. Now, it's still probably one of the most affordable companies out there, and if you know what you are doing, if you give them clear instructions, then on contrary to what other people out there, other publishers might say out there about eWriter solutions, they will provide a good work if you provide them exactly the instructions of the book that you want. If you are sloppy with what you want for your books, they will be sloppy with you, and you will get probably bad content. So you need to provide exactly what you want when it comes to your books. And they're a good company, and I still use them, and I'm using them, and I had and because of this, I actually had a few weeks ago now, a best-selling book which was written from this company. So I guess independently to what other people out there might say. So the pricings have changed. They are a bit more expensive. And also the length for your books. I recommend for you to get lengthier books nowadays. It really depends. I mean, some books you can get away with 12,000 words. And others you simply can't get away with that amount of words because it's way too small. The minimal length that I get for my books nowadays, it's at least 16,000 words. Now, if you're starting out, try to make your books as cheap as possible. Okay, but don't go lower than 12,000 words. At least 12,000 words, and you need to know what you are doing for 12,000 words because it's a small book. And the problem about having a small book is once you publish your book has a paperback. That's where the problems happen because someone who orders your book has a paperback, and once it arrives home, it seems like a TV guide. And believe me, people will go back to Amazon and leave a negative review on your book. Okay, so those are the small changes that have happened in Kindle publishing, but it's not a huge major game shift. Things haven't drastically changed, as some people out there like to claim. And Amazon and Kindle publishing isn't dead. There's still a lot of money to be made in 2019. You just need to get into it, follow the right steps when it comes to publishing your books, start publishing books. That is the most important thing. That seems to be one of the steps that a lot of people miss when it comes to Kindle publishing, is actually publishing books. If you want to make money, you gotta publish books. And stop worrying about all of the little details about Kindle publishing. There are a few things that aren't that relevant, such as the font that you use for your books, other little aspects that some people actually leave over here has a comments, and I'm not saying bad about that people. I enjoy people leaving comments, and I hope those people could continue leaving comments in my videos, but those aren't really, that is not a huge deal, the font that you use for your books. Okay, so that is all for this video. If you still haven't liked, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and get your free book if you still haven't got it. Just go right below, click on that link that you can see so you can get the 7-step formula how to publish your first $300 to $800 book as a self-publisher. So that is all for now. Stay there, stay tuned with Jordan Alexo, and bye.